it's Bren with Kindred Acres Homestead, and I wanted to introduce you to Hank and Penny. Hank and Penny are rescued red ear slider turtles. They were bred in captivity from hatchlings, and I do want to, before I go any further, point out that we do not encourage or recommend that you purchase red ear slider turtles for pets. It's often that these tiny cute little hatchlings are sold on the markets, particularly in northern states. You'll see them a lot on the streets of New York, vendors selling them, but these are not meant to be in tiny enclosures and in captivity, and a lot of people don't realize how big they get and the amount of care that goes into them. And then oftentimes what happens is they get dumped off and let loose, and the problem is that once these guys are bred in captivity, they are not going to be able to sustain life if you let them free. They're not going to have the skills and the ability to hunt for their food and take care of themselves properly as they would if they were born in the wild. So not saying that they can't, and there's, of course, turtles that were set free that did just fine, but a good percentage of the time they are not going to do well. So it's best to just let nature be. Red ear sliders are not native to New York and up northern states. So again, that's another issue that they will face, is that they are not going to be in their native environment if you set them free. And it is illegal to do that up north in certain states, so check your state laws if you do have a red ear slider turtle and you plan to set them free. So these guys are rescues. My sister's friend had them since hatchlings, and for their own personal reasons they needed to get rid of them, and they lived in New York and were planning on setting them free. And my sister begged me to take them because we're here in North Carolina. They're native to the southern states, and they would do just fine here in our climate and with our natural habitats and plants and things like that. So we agreed to take them. They came in, they had this tank here, and they came with a bunch of food and things like that. However, that being said, this tank we know is far too small for two full-grown, honestly it's kind of too small for even one, but two full-grown red ear slider turtles. So our plan is to build them a nice habitat out back with a pond and some aquatic plants that they can eat, and some basking areas and plenty of room to roam and some hiding spots and all the goodies. So they'll be able to live happily and comfortably and safely, and have more freedom than they will inside this tank, but we'll still be able to monitor their health and progress and make sure that they're safe and well cared for. So this is Hank and Penny. They're very friendly. Now, just a couple little facts: red ear slider turtles can bite, but they're a very docile turtle, very unlikely to bite. They're not like a snapper turtle. They're not aggressive. Snapper turtles can bite as well, and very painfully. Red ear sliders are less likely to bite, and they don't have the same bite force as a snapper turtle does. But again, they can bite, so keep your hands away from their face, and you'd be surprised at how far their necks and head can extend out. And so these guys, like I said, were bred in captivity, so they come right over when they see us coming to the tank. They're wanting some treats and food, and they will overeat, and these guys like their treats, and I can guarantee you, I can promise you, they were fed more than ample today. They're just coming to visit to say hi. And so if you guys are interested in following along on the journey, now Penny, the female, which we actually thought that was the male, but I've been doing loads and loads of research, And the males are actually smaller than the female, so that is actually Penny, and that is Hank. And Penny had a little bit of shell rot and some damage to her shell when we got her. And that's typically from poorly managed water and poorly maintained habitat. And so she's being treated with some special stuff that's in the water to help their shell and skin heal. And it's like an antifungal and a probiotic and stuff that will help her get better. And she's looking much, much better. Both of them are looking much better. Their shells were, and skin was looking pretty rough when we got them. So if you are interested in following along the progress of Hank and Penny and checking out the habitat that we're going to be working on building for them, just follow along. We'll be posting updates and pictures on our Facebook page. This video is going on our YouTube channel, so if you have anything that you're wanting or willing to donate to a habitat for red ear slider turtles, we would greatly, greatly appreciate all the help we can get. They love the water lettuce. We had some water lettuce in there with them, and they were eating it to pieces. So we had to take it out and put it out in the water garden so that it has enough time to regenerate before they ate all the roots up, because we want to see if we could propagate it to get more. But if anybody has any aquatic plants that are safe for red ear slider turtles, and I'll put a list of stuff that they can eat, and you have some to propagate that you would be willing to donate, we would greatly appreciate that. Any cute stepping stones that you'd like us to add to the habitat, feel free to paint on them or draw, write your name or whatever you'd like. We can add that to the habitat as well. And if you have an old stock tank or a pond liner laying around that you don't need, we would greatly appreciate that. We can come pick stuff up if you're in the local area, in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And if it's something that you're out of the area that you can ship seeds or plant clippings, just let us know, and we can certainly give you an address of where to ship that to. So we would greatly appreciate any help that we can get. So follow along, click on like and subscribe, hit the bell so you get some notifications when we post new videos, and check out our Facebook page, Kindred Acres. Thank you so much for following along, and I'll let you visit with Hank and Penny for a little bit.